Jeff, you know, the Reaper done went back and watched that video. And when me and you was on that video, we was vibing. I think that you a good guy. It's just when you got into the fuck shit, you know, of third parties, you run the show. But I think we had great dialect at the beginning of that video. And I always felt that me and Geoff Brown could vibe. And just like the brothers out there or whatever, they said, you know, you're their uncle and I'm their uncle, you know. And I felt like it was genuine when you contacted me or whatever. But where it got into the fuck shit is when other third parties get into Jeff. And I'm not gonna trash Corey or whatever, because Corey Holcomb do some good shit, right? Some good stand-up shit and some good shit. And he say some real shit. Do Corey do some fuck shit? Yeah, you know. But I'm not gonna trash Corey, because when I go at Corey, I go at Corey and we'll go back and forth. And Corey Holcomb is my favorite comedian, and Corey says some real shit that other people don't say, you know. But I feel like you a solid dude, Jeff. I don't hate you or whatever, you know. I feel like you say some real shit. And if you look at the first part of that interview that you had with the Reaper, right? We was chopping it up like two OGs, and there was no biasness there. But I feel like your loyalty to Zoe Williams sometimes, you know, compromises you, you know, because you look at Zoe as a friend. And I don't hate Zoe. I like Zoe. But I had to chastise you guys off of what you said about the Reaper. And, you know, you guys wasn't being upfront, you know. And I understand you hit your mute button, Jeff. That's why I stayed on the show, because I felt it was funny. But I felt, just like the brothers out there, they said, you and Geoff Brown need to get together or whatever. I do like Jeff. You know, Jeff, I do like you. I watched the video when we was chopping it up many times. But at the end, I felt it was some fuck shit. You know, the way that you handled that was some fuck shit. But me and you was chopping it up as two men. And I felt like, you know, we could vibe or whatever, because I never felt like you was a fuck nigga. You know, the Reaper keep it 1,000, you know. And the way we was chopping it up, the reason I stayed on the show, because I felt like, you know, you a fair dude, right? But I also felt like you was supporting your man, you know, with Corey. And I had to chastise you, you know, through social media or whatever, because you was on that fuck shit with the Reaper at the end of the show. But I felt like if it was me and you, Jeff, oh man, we could have dialect. And I also felt like Corey, you know, felt like you shouldn't have been there. And even if you should have been there, you shouldn't have been, you know, on the show or whatever. You know, the Reaper keep it 1,000. And I'll never trash Corey, because Corey say some real shit and Corey says some shit that people don't say. So I'm never going to trash Corey. When I smack him on his ass, right, Jeff? You know, that's when I smack him on his ass, and then we'll have dialect or whatever. But I'm never going to chastise Corey in an open forum, walk in the door, it's a fabulous place, right? Where they done spent all kind of expensive shit, on furniture and shit, right? But it's still a project. The Reaper keep it 1,000. It's still in the hood, and it's still a project, and it's low-income housing, like Corey's storage area. See, that was embarrassing for Corey to say that he had an ESPN news desk that people couldn't afford, but he didn't have a building to put it in. So he still got champagne taste and beer pockets. The Reaper keep it 1,000. And nigga, you're living like a teenager. You got a motorcycle and a couple cars and a one-bedroom apartment. You don't own no property. You're 50-something years old and you've been in the comedy game 30 years and you're living like a teenager. The Reaper keep it 1,000. The Reaper is not living like a teenager, so you can stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got investments. I got different streams of income, and it's not cheap, Corey, to live where the Reaper live. On the contrary. So you need to cut your fuck shit out, with all of this fuck shit. That's all it is fuck shit, You even think like a project, nigga. This nigga gonna say he got an ESPN desk, in a storage area. We know why you moved to the Coin Academy. You not a big time nigga. And then you say only broke niggas, right? Don't like your show. This is what you say, right? Okay, now, some of these friends, right, that we know that live alternative lifestyles, it's been out there, right? They supposed to be big-time niggas, right? But they won't even help you out. The Reaper keep it 1,000 and you big them up as friends. They won't even give you a lick. And they supposed to be big-time niggas, The Reaper keep it 1,000. Let me rephrase that. They'll give you a lick, but they don't want to be around you. They done gave you licks in the past, but they don't want to be around you or affiliated with you. Reaper keep it 1,000. That means constant dealings, Corey. And big time motherfuckers don't like you. Unless you would be up there in Hollywood, because it's not what you know, it's who you know. Because you's a funny motherfucker, right? Funnier than a lot of different motherfuckers, right? But they have higher than you. The Reaper keep it 1,000. So big time motherfuckers with money, they do not like you. So I don't know why you say broke people, don't like you or whatever. It's the broke people, the niggas that's down here, the field niggas that support you. This is why the Reaper say you should be kissing babies and doing whatever, nigga. The Reaper keep it 1,000. So this is all fuck delusional shit that you talk, because you don't have the paper that you say you have, and the Reaper know that. I done told you. Cut that shit out, right? I mean, you make a decent living, but you're living like a teenager. Stop it! You get travel with your job. You go out and do your stand-up comedy shit, right? You may pay you $5,000 a month to live in LA, and it may be high, but you ain't getting no residual off of that because you've written that probably. And I don't see you having different streams of income. How come you don't have no houses, in lower income states that you're renting out or something, or some business or some restaurant? You got your little YouTube program and you on the chitlin circuit and you make a decent living. I'm not saying that you don't got a little piece of paper, but you don't got no property or nothing that's bringing in money. You can't be successful with vain things. You thinking like the man. But these niggas say when you call them broke, you hurt their feelings. You know what I'm saying? You're living like a teenager. A brand new car, bad investment. A depreciating asset. Motorcycle depreciating asset. Stop it, nigga! You're not this big time nigga. This is why the Reaper smack you on your ass. You can't hang with a nigga like me. They say you the king of snapping, right? Okay, right? But I'm a real nigga, I'm never going to chastise Corey in an open forum, because Corey Holcomb, hey man, he done put us all on. I don't think he know his worth or whatever. The Reaper keep it 1,000, I don't think Corey knows, just like Tony Mack said, how much, we appreciate him. And I don't think you know how much we appreciate you. I would say like the Asian state.
You speak with forked tongue. You need your tongue cut out. You speak with forked tongue. Like I say, Geoff Brown, Geoff Brown, where his fairy ass be running through top. Joe! His hoe ass, like a hoe ass nigga. Joe! Corey and the Reaper is chasing me. What?
And I don't think you know how much we appreciate you, you know, coming from that standpoint or whatever, you know, of, you know, just being real and genuine and everything, you know. And I don't hate Zoe. Zoe act like, oh, I don't have a relationship with you and this, that. No, we don't have a relationship, Zoe. But what I'm saying is, I feel like you're meaningful, you know, to the community, and that's why I wanted to get your attention.
The Reaper keep it 1,000, and nobody's trying to come up off of you. So Williams, you know, I mean, I'm just a YouTube hobo. That's what you said. But hey, let me say this though. I got a house, I got a place to live, and I got a job, you know. And that man said you didn't have your own house. You was living off of your woman. So I may be a YouTube hobo, but in real life, I'm a king. The Reaper keep it 1,000. So you can say what you want to say, Zoe, but the fact of the matter...
That's why I wanted to get your attention. But I feel like all three men are meaningful or whatever. But if you go back and you look at that conversation between me and Geoff Brown at the beginning, you know, it was no heinousness or whatever. He was stating his opinion and I was stating mine, you know. But do I like Geoff Brown? Yeah, I like Geoff Brown. But Geoff Brown, you know, he reached out to me. But you shouldn't have reached out to the Reaper at an ambush type of form. That should have been me and you, Geoff, chopping it up. And the brothers got it right to say that if the Reaper and Geoff Brown get together or whatever, it's going to be, you know, a show that everybody remember. You know, the Reaper keep it 1,000. You know, what fucked it up is your loyalty, you know, for Zoe Williams or whatever. And I stated many times that I'm not here to talk about Zoe or Corey. I'm just trying to bring it up to a reference point of what you said or whatever, you know. But go back and look at the front of that interview and the inner reaction that I had with Geoff Brown or whatever, and you'll know why the brothers said you and Geoff Brown should get together, you know. Because, you know, Geoff stuck up for me, and Geoff, you know, he was wrong about a lot of shit that he was talking about, but we both brought some points, and we both was willing to listen to each other if Geoff wasn't hitting the mute button. And that's why I said you hitting the mute button like a hoe. But I think Geoff Brown is a solid brother. I can't say that Geoff Brown is not a solid brother. You know, I wasn't there to trash Zoe or whatever. I was just mentioning Zoe to bring it up to a reference point or whatever. You know, Zoe take the shit too seriously. Like Dennis Rodman said, if you got a blonde wig on or whatever, you talking about me, you hate me. As long as you talking about me, that's what this is about. You know, and I don't even think Corey understands that. As long as you're talking about me, you know, hey, your channel gonna grow. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, you know, you gotta let a brother speak, you know. And I don't dislike you, Geoff. You know, I dislike what you done at the end of the show. But I don't dislike you. And you know what? Me and you could have had a great conversation. And you know what? We could have vibed. Because we was vibing, talking like two OGs, you know, in the beginning. And if anybody can't see that or whatever, they're blind. Reaper, we keep it rough, we keep it raw, we keep it real. Make sure you subscribe to the Reaper, because I'm doing good things here at Reaper. Reaper out. Peace.
Does this nigga see himself? This nigga is delusional as fuck. The Reaper keep it 1,000.